processing part, is that our own computers or is it at YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube automatically starts processing it once you're done streaming. I don't know what they're looking for, like copyright stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
that's not my slow computer doing it.
So let me stop this video. Still trying to take pictures while I'm looking at this other stuff too. Okay, let's go back to your picture again. Let's try this again. Too many things going at the same time. Yeah, probably in the last few moments of our observations, as Adam is pointing out, because we're starting to see the reflections that we're seeing at night from the headlights. So yeah, we're definitely getting close to it being too dark to make good observations.
Those pictures you got last night with the streaks of light from the cars, that was beautiful.
Oh, I know, right? That was amazing. Love that. Okay, let's see. All right, Tommy, I'm looking in our Hangout and I don't see a picture. What am I missing? This one here? This?
Yeah. Okay. It's another for send.
Oh, I see.
I just saw that now.
Oh, yeah. So there you go. There's the, that's what I was noticing.
But one or two pictures.
Yeah, you can see how much lower the, yeah, absolutely. You can see how much lower the water tower is there. Stretched out, all the whole tree line and everything's a lot lower in that picture.
That's the difference between the what you have on the screen now. So
right.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
But not enough to bend the bridge.
What did Jesse say? You sent it here. Okay. I'm not sure what Jesse's saying. Jesse must be listening in. Jesse, I'm not sure what you said or what you mean. Okay, so, well, I think Tim might join us. I sent him a link. Let's see. Back to the chat. Anything else? There's a bunch of people bickering back and forth like normal. More stills, Adam says. Ben Lincoln says, pay money to get Sally to smile. Does he ever smile? I've been here all day, guys. I mean, I can't be like, I'm doing the stream like all day long so that you guys can get a chance to see, you know, what I have an opportunity to see once in a while, once a year, I guess.
You got to be tired by now.
Yeah, I am tired. I'm not really joking around. Sorry, I'm trying to get work done, to be honest, because I'm taking still frames. I've been taking still frames all day. I have like, I don't know, probably have, you know, a couple hundred gigabytes worth of pictures and videos by now. So, you know, I just been trying to get my work done. That's all there is to it, guys.
You know, awesome work you do.
What up, Stanley?
Hey, what's up, Tim?
Nothing much. Been watching your stuff for the past couple of days. Pretty good stuff, man.
Cool.
Did you happen to watch Anthony's, that video I gave you?
Oh, well, as soon as I realized what it was, I just turned it off. I'm not even going to deal with that guy.
They're trying to say it's proven the flat Earth, basically, and their whole diffraction limit and shit like that.
Yeah, they're crazy. we all know that. It's just,
and I did want to make
it's
a
just
point.
pure delusion. It's just amazing to me, actually.
Not with those guys though. I think they have different intentions than others. You know.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah, let me share something real quick about the IR. They keep going on about that IR guy, which is
J-Tolan.
J-Tolan Media, and basically he has videos himself showing what looks like the curve, and he even conveniently put this line here for us to show the Earth there.
Hold on, Timmy. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to try and share you. Hold on. Give me a second.
And it's just going to be a still.
So I was working on my camera, and I need to get back to OBS so I can put you up front and center here.
Gotcha. So he kind of makes this depiction, and it shows on the Earth. He puts flat world on there, but then he shows like an arrow showing curved edge, and then he draws a straight line up to it. So I didn't have to. That was kind of nice of him. But then he says he's postulating curved window effect, visibility block. So this is some of the J-Tolan. I'm on my Mac right now. I would show the picture that I had from J-Tolan prior. That was like the best flat Earth proof ever. It actually ended up that the mountain was like I think 10,000 feet, and he was like 100 miles away or something on a peak in Malibu.
Yeah.
And he could only see like the top 3,000 feet. But they acted like it was that he could see the full thing.
Right.
All of his stuff is actually really good spherical evidence.
Of course it is. Just like Ranty's. That's what is so funny about all this nonsense is that they put blatant spherical Earth evidence on the screen, and then they call it flat, and then their flat Earth minions just believe them, and that's what's so bizarre, really.
That is what's really bizarre. I mean, sure, someone can be an Anthony Riley, just be a contrarian, take what you're doing for days now, and say, hey, look, this is proof of the diffraction limit or Airy's diffraction or whatever. But to people, that aren't in the flat Earth mentality, they know what's happening. You know,
right? Well, you'd hope so, anyway. I don't really know what else is left to do. I mean, we've shown that it looks like a sphere everywhere we look now. I mean, Salt Lake City, what's it? Something law that where Miles is. Miles is observations of the wind turbines as well, and
even Red's rhetoric.
Sean Hufford's multiple sunsets.
Yep.
Wolfie's just his whole channel, especially the equatorial mount stuff. I mean, everywhere you look around the entire world, it's obvious, and this should be the nail in the coffin. It really should be.
Even that the flat Earth believers.
Go ahead.
Even that flat Earth believers' favorite that dog cam shows curvature.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting stuff. I mean, even like Rob Skiba and Dwayne Kellum using rectilinear lenses have show signs of curvature as well.
We got Bob from Globebusters proving that it spins. I mean,
true.
So it's like
Jared's had multiple observations now that basically prove the globe as well.
So yeah, I mean,
and of course he was live just a bit ago. I don't know, you probably didn't catch it since you've been doing actual observations, but he came on, 1,300 people watching, him just saying how the Chinese thing looks fake, and you believe this, and just it's just terrible, man. It's just straight rhetoric with him,
right?
And they're looking at this obvious CGI animation that China did. And actually, I saw this on Twitter the other night. I'm never on Twitter, but for some reason I saw this from like a Chinese news station or something like that. I click on the picture,
Hold on 1 second, Timmy.
Go ahead.
I'm fairly certain the bascule is open right now. I don't know if anybody noticed that. Can anybody scrub through the live stream and see if the bascule just opened while we've been on air? Looks like it did. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, go ahead, Timmy.
I'm looking at it. I didn't know what you were saying at first. Nice.
Yeah, so the bascule, which is like the 16-mile one, in the very back there, it looks like it opened up while we've been on air. I think this might be the second time it did too, because I thought I saw it earlier. Okay, continue, Tim.
Yeah, I forgot where I was.
That
My bad.
happens.
My bad.
Oh, no worries.
We were just
Funny to talk about.
we were talking about Jaron and Bob and all of them.
Yes. Now, I was in the chat, you could say, with several sock accounts, just asking them about, the whole Morgau situation. And I'm sure you don't want to get into that on your channel, but they seem to not want to answer that whole thing. And even flat earthers were asking them. So kind of interesting. We have FE Core, Jaron and Bob, that whole 501c3, paying for Anthony Riley to do his little law thing about trying to challenge, forget what he calls it, partisan politics, basically. He's trying to get Flat Earth to have like some sway, because it's actually being talked about or something. He's finding a loophole, basically. So, Globebusters or FE Core can spend money on that, but poor Morgau is going to rot in jail. So,
Jesus.
Yeah,
He's not out yet?
I don't know. I haven't actually seen any videos from him, so I don't know. But he was being extradited, and you'll sit in there until you get moved, and then he fled that state. So it's really tough to, when you got a warrant for your arrest, they're gonna keep you if you've run off before,
Right.
So I'm doubting it.
You're really going through batteries today, Sander.
Oh yeah.
It's the third time I see battery exhausted.
Well, I wanted to see if that bascule would close again. But what it was we're actually looking at, I think it's the bascule that's opened. I'm not exactly sure what it is we're looking at. I've never seen that before. That's strange.
That's so
So
far away.
I think some of the extents to which you've gone to, Soundly, you remember that a long time ago when you set up that thing in your car where it was like a plank, basically, and your tripod attached to it, and then you did a live stream to try to prove to flat earthers that you could actually do that, basically. And then, of course, you had Nummy Num and Riley say that, that's impossible. There's no way you could get it that steady and all this shit.
Right.
And then actually there was supposed to be this series that Nummy Num came out and said that he was going to debunk your observations. So this is like the final nail in the coffin. You can't fake this. You're reading from the chat live. I'm talking to you live. You're actually doing this with good equipment to where you can actually hook it up to your computer and show your screen finder, basically.
Right.
So it's like no flat earther's ever done an observation like this. Not even close, man.
Well, they'll find ways to discount it, just like Riley did last night, Somehow it's fake, somehow. Who knows? That's what they'll go with. But, I can't do anything else. I'm still live now. Tell me something to do, I'll do it on my camera. You know what I mean? Can't do anything past that. So
I think it kind of tests our epistemic limits and also the limits of empiricism, because we can only basically do so much with the equipment that we have here, unless, we get to go to an observatory or we have millions of dollars to get super equipment and stuff. Right. So, like, logistically, pragmatically, we can only do so much. And basically, we've done everything I can even think of to kind of show them the spherical Earth. I've done star trail observations. Just doesn't work in the southern hemisphere on a flat Earth. The equinox, people like Wolf, you've tried to go through that before. Slice Barkane has actually devised, sun observations throughout the world. Flat Earthers used to do that stuff. They actually had 24-hour streams, Antonio Subrats and others, trying to track the sun. And I think at a certain point they might have understood that, time and date and all this kind of stuff actually works because it's working on a spherical model and not on a flat Earth model. Mm-hmm. But I must remind people that Antonio Subrats just the other night told us that his next videos are going to be, I forget one of them. One of them was important. Another one is important as well that he said he can do. He said he's going to prove how an EQ mount works on a flat Earth.
Sorry.
Okay. That'll be interesting. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also he's got this book coming out where he has a working flat Earth map and model.
Sure.
Who was it that challenged anyone to do that equatorial amount on a flat Earth using a model, not reality? Was that Red Cedric or someone?
They all started to pass around. I think it was Wolfie and Reds and a few other guys. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you use reality, that's not enough. You have to use a model that actually show how. So, yeah, good luck.
Yeah, and Dell today, actually, Beyond the Imaginary Curve, had 400 people watching or whatever. And he's actually tasking us to make a to-scale model of the spherical Earth. Now, I just throw that challenge back at him and say, hey, we actually do have a working model as far as the stars, the sun, the moon, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Can you actually produce something that works on the flat Earth? Or, I mean, that is the burden of proof changing, basically, and that's what they're pro at. I mean, it's ridiculous.
And the problem is, I told Suddenly here later, if all of them had their own excuses to why this bridge is bent. Some say it's the weather, and others says it's their eyes. They don't have the same excuses.
Yes, and that is a very good point, actually. I've talked to many of them, and I showed them my Salt Lake City observations, and immediately they basically have their own excuse. It matters who you're talking to. So if you're talking to Arwen or somebody like that, it'd be like an optical slant. Some say swells, waves. Some say our eyes are curved. The camera lens is curved. If I had a prime lens on, I would actually get a different effect. I mean, pretty much anything. Refraction was actually. Sorry, refraction was actually what Antonio was saying about my observations the other night. He said that it was refraction that was basically sinking the buildings down. And so then I proposed to him, hey, you know what you guys should do to have a working flat Earth curve calculator? All you need to do is take the working curve calculators from the sphere Earth and just say it's refraction. He's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, as I observed in this video an hour ago, the top of that bridge is now well under the tree line. An hour ago, it was level with the tree line. So there is optical or weather, but not that much. It doesn't bend the bridge.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty crazy. Like, I've even done near sunset here in Salt Lake City, looking at Salt Lake City, just doing a time lapse, like a 30-minute time lapse with the P900. And you can just see things stretching upwards and downwards and contorting and just phantasms of like crazy, dirty air, as Riley would put it. But have you seen my Salt Lake City observations?
You asking me?
Yeah.
No, sorry, no.
Oh, okay. Let me share this real quick.
Hold on, I might have to.
He can just click on me. He'll see a big screen. This is from Antelope Island. It's 26 miles away, looking at Salt Lake City over the Great Salt Lake. and of course it's like 4,000 feet or something above sea level. So that it's in the mountains in the valley. So the atmospheric conditions and as far as temperature inversions, like the water is usually pretty close to the air temperature. So you get really nice seeing conditions a lot of times here. But yeah, I just did a simple test as far as this one. I also have a drone that I take out there that I have a lot of footage of, but this one's just changing your height basically.
Oh yeah, this one, I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, then you can look at kind of like the sample image here at the bottom, and you can see kind of the full thing, the skyline that's being obstructed by really, really calm water.
Yeah.
So, pretty interesting.
We have a big lake here in Norway called Mjøsa, and they just built the world's tallest tree house, about as not as big as the white building in the middle there, but pretty tall. And there's lots of miles over to the other side. So during the winter, I'm going to take a picture of it.
Nice.
So there's got to be a lot of it hidden.
Yeah, as many different like cardinal directions we can get these observations from, and as many like different areas. It starts to kind of fit in the puzzle that.
We don't live on a cylinder.
Yeah,
it starts reminding me of what the early day geodesists did, where they went around and measured the entire world. That's the thing. It's like this has been done. It's already been done.
We don't have curvature only one way.
They just refuse to accept it.
And I might just go to the Canary Islands during the winter, and if I get on top of one of those mountains, there's water all over.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times flat earthers will do it in areas like Ranty's always got these crazy atmospheric conditions happening. And he's like, oh, yeah, the curvature's in fear of miraging. And then you have like below sea level observations from Jaren with mirrors and shit. Just not even that many miles. It was just completely all washed out because it's a terrible day to do an observation, basically.
I saw one guy driving past those power lines, and it was boiling with distortions. It was nothing to see at all, and just digital zoom. It was nothing.
So something interesting is that the causeway currently does not have any cars on this side of it. There's like 4 cars coming now, but definitely it looks like the bascule must have been opened.
We don't see that now, Sandle.
Yeah, I think you're sharing me right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, let me switch over to that.
Still a beautiful picture, though.
Yeah, it's just a really great area. You should see some of the drone footage I get. It's just.
You see how there's no cars in the foreground right here?
Still not sharing.
On the southbound lane.
It's a lag, so we just wait.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. I forgot. Yeah.
Three, 2, 1, go. Almost. There it is.
It's starting to. There you go.
Wow, did it stop traffic? It's a whole lot of cars down there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they must have had to let a boat through. Probably a sailboat or something like that. Had to go through there.
So they opened the bridge?
Yeah, they opened the bridge. They opened the basket.
Oh, that what is it? Yeah, my English, I'm not that good, so I didn't understand.
I wish I would have done that during the middle of the day. Would have been able to get the shot that I've been wanting, which is a picture with no cars on it.
There was a bird flying by lately, yes, a minute ago. Did you take the width of that? Measure it in birds?
I can't remember who did that now. Well, I really think that's going to be it until might take a couple more night shots. That's about it.
Yeah.
But I think I've done enough for the last 2 days. I think I have enough footage, raw footage to work with, and I guess everybody's probably sick and tired of watching cars drive over a causeway.
Nope.
No? You want more?
Did
It's hilarious to see the chat, so it's okay.
Jesse get the data that he wanted?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Really?
Apparently, he pissed off some cops too because he was driving too slow.
Hey, Sir Savage in the chat, if there that much bend, then everything behind would be far below. It is. It is.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's really simple. You model this, you take a globe, build it in 3D software, build a causeway on top of it, and that'll tell you what the observation should look like if you went there and took the picture. And, well, it does. It tells you exactly what it should look like, and it looks exactly like I show. I mean, it's really that simple. There's nothing to argue about after that.
Sir Savage, that's zoom compression. Check my video of zoom compression. That's how it bent that much. Wow, impressive.
It's like using the diffraction limit of the camera or something, and he's using multiple cameras. It's just anything that they can fucking say.
And I not agree.
Raj Hawk asked if I brought the Walkera. No, I purposely didn't bring the Walkera because I knew I'd be doing this most of the time. My goal was to end up with the picture that I wanted from this room, and I still have a lot more work ahead of me to try and do some stacking and try and do some detail stacking and get the picture I want. I'm not sure if I have it or not. Even with the clarity that we had today, still having to fight a lot of glass. I mean, just shooting through a lot of glass, and it just slows down things and kind of gets rid of your detail a little bit here and there. But so I wanted something, might not get it, but in the meantime, you guys get to see me pursue it, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And hopefully you guys had fun watching it.
Yeah, thanks, Salmi. It's good stuff, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And I think I'm just going to read through this chat real quick, see if anybody else is chatting. If not, probably go ahead and shut down, and might take a couple more shots. Might take a couple more shots tonight for myself, night shots. But yeah, unfortunately, shooting through this double pane glass, it's tough. But it might be worth it.
Cool. Well, I'll head out, man. Thanks for having me on. I'll probably have Slider debate tonight, possibly on my channel. Who knows?
Yeah.
I like to talk to him sometimes.
Well, Validation Boy has been a full-time troll in the last 2 days. He spent a lot of time on my channel, really lighting up that chat room and giving people a target to kind of mess with. So I really appreciate Validation Boy being here. Thanks, Validation Boy, for stopping by. Really appreciate that. Twitwit, thank you. And Floyd Marston says, "Top man, Sally, good night." Thank you. Bob the Science Guy, nicely done, Sally. Thank you. Appreciate that. Requiem, thanks for stopping by. James Given, thanks. Appreciate you stopping by. And I'm about to take off, I do believe. Dandy is here saying, "I sat at the power lines for an hour." Well, that is a ballsy guy right there. That's a bad place to just sit there for an hour. But awesome, Dandy. I can't wait to see what comes of that. So
Freezing his nuts off.
So just before I finish up here, I just want to say one thing, and that is we now have basically streamed for 2 days, large parts of 2 days, this bridge, and we were able to see the effects of refraction over the course of today, for sure. And I just hope people are aware of the fact that anyone can come here, anyone can rent this hotel room, anyone can go to any of the locations around the causeway that I've been to. You can even go out on the causeway, which we just recently discovered, and that's how we did it, by talking to the Causeway Commission. and asking them for permission, which some of the guys did go out there today. They went out to the very center of the causeway, took photographs. So anybody can do this. You can come here and do it for yourself. And there have been a number of people that have done it now. So, there's Jesse, me, Dandy, and Mike the Globetard all have shots from the 16th floor now. The replication is important and key. And, pretty much anybody can do this. So come do it. It's not fake. It's a real thing. And
I saw someone.
I look forward to the flat earthers coming and doing it themselves. I wish the guys that were supposed to come would have come, but they didn't.
I saw someone earlier asking if there was a walkway or possible to bicycle over there.
Not on the bridge.
Just cars.
No, not on the bridge. No. Sardot gave me a $5 donation or super chat. Nice streaming. Thanks for the stream of unrestrained dumb flat earthisms with such arrogance and zeal is truly entertaining. And Plin2112, $15 super chat. No message. Thank you, Plin. Appreciate that. And let's see. Sally Chetty says, Sally, this bridge is crazy. Is that big hump in the bridge? So, there's a marine span and there's a bascule that are pretty big humps. But it's not as steep as it looks in these pictures. That's for sure. And these are I've never seen the causeway actually this well covered in cars. So like even this is an interesting shot as well, even because I've never seen so many cars on the causeway at once. Bumper to bumper traffic, man. Let's try and get a picture of this. I'm gonna take the exposure down actually.
That's gonna be great.
I'll take the exposure way down and see what I can get out of it.
If we get this one better than last night, it's gonna be great.
Well, it looks like there's not as much glare for some reason. I'm not sure why that is from where my scope is.
Did you put a polarizer filter on last night?
Mm-mm.
No, because that's 2-3 stops at least.
I've got so much glass that I'm looking through that I really don't have to slow it down anymore. It's the windows that I'm looking through that actually cause most of the glare.
That's crowded. Wow.
For such a short exposure, yeah.
What's the shutter speed?
Should go see it. Oh, you're covering it.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, let me see.
3 seconds, 3.5 seconds, yeah. Just get rid of me.
Alright. It's actually not showing the shutter speed. Oh yeah, there it is. There you go. 5 seconds. This is a 5-second one.
Mm.
You see a lot more glare whenever I crank it up that high though.
There you go.
I can actually see the huts a little bit there. That was weird. I don't think I've ever seen the huts when it got this dark. Maybe there's still enough light to see it. Let's do a 30-second and see what happens whenever these headlights wash everything out.
Yeah, just close the aperture.
I'm trying not to move. Wicked, huh?
Yeah, now it turned black here because it's lagging. I saw half a minute, so it's popping up in 20 seconds or something.
Gotcha.
There it is. Whoa! That's not bad at all.
I'm actually trying to get a little bit of tweaking the focus a little bit. I'm going to crank the ISO up a little, or I'm going to try and crank it all the way down to 100 in it.
I live out on the countryside just north of Oslo in Norway, and there's not much either nature or mountains or anything. It's just flat and boring. So I have nothing much to take pictures of. I have to travel far away.
Countryside, man. Take pictures of countryside.
Yeah, got bored of that. I actually like night photos like you have now, driving into Oslo and take a time lapse or long exposure from the traffic. That's just what you're doing now.
So it's actually very interesting. There's a that's pretty cool. Washed out a little bit on the right side, but I'm gonna actually change some stuff here. Got this side.
You just got a super chat from Halsoy.
Oh yeah? Thank you, Halsoy. I will read it. I'll come back and read it in 1 second. I need to figure out how to turn my
Fellow Norwegian. Yay!
There's a silent shutter setting that I have on right now. That if I turn off, I can go even lower my ISO. So I'm trying to find it. I can't remember where it is.
I have a Canon, so I have no idea how Nikon works.
There it is, silent shooting. Alright, turn that off. So now I should be able to go down even lower with my ISO. Yep. There we go.
So this is the P1000?
This is the Sony.
Okay.
I haven't even tried anything like this with the P1000. Well, I did actually. I did it a while back. Let's see what happens. I did it once, and so you can do long exposures with the P1000, but it's not very good at night at all. So it's just very
small
grainy.
sensor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, small sensor.
Yeah.
I have a Canon EOS 7D Mark II. I'm not sure what that is in Rebel, but that's a 1.6 crop, and it's okay. But high ISO, it's much noise.
Yeah.
If I could afford a full frame, I would buy it, but that's expensive.
Let's take a look at that. Let's preview that real quick.
Processing. Wait for it. Yeah, and gone.
I put it back up.
I think the picture from yesterday was better. That was great. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Well, the one from yesterday had a glow over it. Really nice glow.
Yeah, that's that reflection in the window.
Okay. This is awesome. You see the lights over the homestead. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, I'm looking right now at the little green signs, and they seem to be slightly out of focus to me. So that's what I'm trying to. I'm gonna try and fine tune that a little bit.
Last night, one of the guys went down to the reception for something. Was that to ask to go up on the roof or something?
Yeah, Dandy asked to go up on the roof, and once they were hesitant, of course, at first, and once he explained what we were trying to do, and he showed the girl my footage, she actually started actively trying to help us. So
that's great.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Well, there's the glow that you were talking about. Let's see how
yeah,
this
the
turns
window.
out. Yeah, those are the reflections in that double pane glass.
Yeah.
Unavoidable. You can work around it, but you can't really avoid it.
That's a shame, yeah. But then again, long exposure will clear most of that up.
No, it'll turn into a fog. It'll turn into a big glow.
ISO 50.
I think I'm going to shut it down after this. Hopefully this is clear or clearer.
You're not doing this again tomorrow. You're going to rest tomorrow.
Tomorrow, me and my wife are going to go enjoy New Orleans. This is it for me. Once I shut down tonight, I'm done. And I look forward to people trying to stack from the live stream. I imagine people will be trying to stack. Wow, that actually turned out really good.
Still processing here.
I imagine someone will try to stack from the live stream. And if they do, well, I look forward to seeing it.
That's my English messing up again. What's stacking?
It's where you take like a
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's where you take like a video and you try and find like the best frames, and then you there's different algorithms, different pieces of software, different types of ways of stacking. There's Registax does stacking, Photoshop does stacking. Basically, there's some type of algorithm that looks for the best pixels in a group of photos, and then uses those pixels on one photo.
Oh, stacking in photos. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
bracketing.
Well, yeah, there's HDR bracketing. I mean, that's one type of idea. But then there's like if you look for the detail,
focus stacking.
Yeah, focus stacking. Right. It's essentially you can do focus stacking with like the same frames that don't change focus, and you get the same idea. Like if there's some turbulence or something like that going on, it's the same idea. Like the algorithm looks for the highest context pixels, or highest not context, highest contrast pixels. It's not just contrast either. I don't know exactly how the algorithm works, but it looks for the best pixels of a group of pictures, and then it only uses those pixels and puts them all together to make one photo.
Okay.
And typically what you end up with is like a higher detail, sharper image. And
not quite HDR, but somewhat like.
Yeah, and so there's different ways of doing it, and you can have different results. And the one I really like is called median stacking, because it erases anything that's moving. And so if you have like a set of 20 images, and there's like somebody walking across, and then you stack all those images together, that person will be removed from the image.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love that type of stuff, and I wish I was better at it, to be honest. I wish
I
I
do
was
that
a
in
professional.
Photoshop with with the that brush in Photoshop. I just take a lot of pictures and delete people.
Yep.
You see, Halso here is suggested to set the single shot instead of continuous or bracket to bulb. Then you can do 30 plus seconds exposures as ISO 50.
Yeah, I could set it to bulb, but what am I going to get out of it?
30 plus seconds. Yeah, but 30 is more than enough.
Whole bridge is going to be washed out. If I did that, I mean, I could do it. I might be able to actually pull those huts back out. It's not a lot of skylight hitting those huts. I can't even see my eyes. I can't see anything out there. I could try it. Let's see if I can do it. A longer exposure. I've never done a bulb shot with this camera.
The longest exposure I tried was 3.5 minutes one time, but then you have to close the aperture.
I'm actually not sure how to do a bulb shot with this camera. I don't think I've ever done one. Let's see. So, we'll go here.
When you're done here, you can look forward to Flat Out posted a new video 30 minutes ago.
I'm actually not sure how to do this. I'll have to Google it.
He said, let me see. Single shot or bracket, yeah. The bulb. Something. If you had Canon, I could tell you, but I only know Canon, so. Still lots of traffic, though.
Oh, yeah. It's the weekend, man. People coming to New Orleans. Lewis, I don't know about the polarized filter. I really don't know. I don't have one, unfortunately, so.
And it's stealing up 2 or 3 stops of light, so it's getting too dark.
Halsoy says, is there no bulb setting on the A7R2? Didn't see it when Sally scrolled through the There is a way to do it. I just don't know how.
A cleaner window would be better.
I'm trying to figure out. The windows, I've cleaned the window. There is dirt on the outside part of the window, but I'm not going to climb up 16 floors to figure out how to clean it.
Sure.
Let's see if I can find the bulb. I'm wondering if I should just Google it. Probably faster that way. No, I don't know what I'm thinking. This is not the right place to be. Need to be here. Oh no, I know where. Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. It should be here. There it is. Yes. Okay. There you go, Halsoy. Let's try it out. Turn this lamp off. All right, somebody count for me.
Timer, yay! You have Sir Savage here in the chat. He's just posted Sleeping Warriors video from last night, debunking you as an evidence for no curvature.
That's funny.
He's hilarious. How long a trip do you have to get back home?
There he goes. Jeez, I was trying to go 45 seconds. It ended up going like 55 seconds because my remote wouldn't trigger it. It's only about an hour 15.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not too far. Yeah, I really wish I lived on the North Shore. It's a nice place to live, and I would be able to take pictures of New Orleans whenever I wanted.
North, like east or west?
Mandeville's lakefront, or it's called
Okay, yeah.
Lakeshore, I believe, Lakeshore Drive. There's really nice houses there. It's all right on the lakefront. It's very pretty.
I thought you meant the coastline, out in the sea.
Oh, well, I'd love to live on the beach, yeah, but not in Louisiana. It's all mud there. Have to go over to Alabama or Florida.
Processing.
Oh, there he goes. Okay. All right, this is like a 55-second one. Actually, seems a little more out of focus, to be honest.
Still waiting here. Yeah, 57 seconds.
That is cool, though. The lights like that.
You have F0? What?
Well, there's no. It's attached to telescope, so it's not recognized.
Oh, yeah, sure. Of course.
But let's see, what piece do I have in there right now? Yeah, I have prime. I'm on prime lens. Okay. Yeah. That's as much light as I can get. It's f10 telescope, so.
That's nice.
Let me try one more.
Tron Bridge, yeah.
Just go for it, right? Let me try and get a little bit of.
I also saw some questions last night of why you didn't zoom in on the end of the bridge. How?
You must be new here.
Yeah, actually, I just saw my first flat Earth video in March or April or something. So
No, I'm saying
kinda...
whoever asked that question is
Yeah.
like, dude, I mean, 2 days of me doing that over and over
Yeah.
again. It's like for people coming in to the chat saying, how come you haven't done it? You know, it's like,
Yeah, zoom out is one thing, but they asked why you didn't zoom into the other end. Why didn't we zoom to the other end? Yay! I mean, 3,000 millimeters and a telescope. Who could ask for more?
yeah.
You should have that observatory in Mexico to do at the other end.
All right, guys, we're gonna do a GoFundMe so I can buy the Hubble. We're gonna buy the Hubble.
Just hack it and turn it around. Damn.
We'll take the picture as we're deorbiting it.
Hey, Bible is the flat Earth. It's not a small world. It's zoom compression. It's, yeah. Go learn photography, please.
It's really just geometry. That's the whole thing. Go learn geometry. I mean, it's
Yeah.
people don't have an understanding of what to expect. Really, is what it comes down to.
There was this one guy here earlier with 2 different accounts, Flat Earth Data or something. He should go watch the Chinese moon landing, whatever that has to do with the shape of the Earth.
All right, that was like a minute and a half, I think.
I heard the shutter all the way here.
Somewhere over there. Yeah.
Bible is Flat Earth actually gave you a thumbs down. I see that as a proof of doing good job, because you're pissing off flatards. So the thumbs down is excellent. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Adam just sent me this link to some website that sells telescopes, and like in its inventory it has the Hubble telescope, and it says unavailable. Please contact us.
Unbelievable, yeah. Just check eBay.
Yeah, the thing about some of these long exposures is it takes just as long to process as it does to take the picture.
Yeah, you have that. What do you call it on Academy?
Whoa!
It takes just the same. Yeah.
Hold on, that one's a lot smoother. Oh yeah, that one's cool.
Still processing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Sean Hawkins just got another telescope or something, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do with it. Sean Hawkins, for everyone who hasn't seen his channel, he's great. He has the brains for everything. Oh, damn, yeah.
Should we push it and really see what it can do? I mean, I don't think I'm going to get any more details out of the side of the bridge there. I keep thinking I might, but that's a minute and a half right there.
Then you had to do HDR again, so then all those lights get. It's not that easy to handle without that glare.
I'm just going to see what happens. Might as well. What if I did like a full 3 minutes? I'm actually going to get a timer, and I'm going to sit very, very still for this one.
Hold your breath.
As long as I don't bump it, it should be fine, even if I move a little bit. Very good. Set a timer for 3 minutes.
Shit, Lord Dickbutt, lower the f-stop. It's at the bottom. You don't get further than 0.
I can't slow it down anymore without putting more glass on it. I don't have any filters. But I mean, it's pretty slow.
What's the filter?
ISO 50. I'm as low as I can get it right now.
What's the filter size on that telescope?
Whatever the 8-inch aperture size is. 200 millimeters, I guess. 203 millimeters.
Then it's expensive. That costs a lot.
Yes.
If you don't have that filter down at the other end, you have a slot to put filters in just at the camera. So if you have an 8-inch filter, that's expensive.
I'm not sure where I could insert a filter. It would have to be almost. It would have to be almost part of the T-ring adapter or something like that.
Yeah, some do, but not all. So if you don't have it, it's you have to put it on the end.
Two minutes left.
Have you seen Sean Hawkins' channel?
Have I seen Sean Hawkins?
Yeah. He doesn't do very much. He sits and talks, but he has a brain. You heard flat Earth believers saying that they don't have the budget of NASA to debunk the globe Earth.
Mhm.
He just debunked flat Earth with a $2 model using just cardboard and some wooden sticks.
Nice.
So showing the lines to Polaris. So Sean Hawkins is great.
I'll go check him out. I think I have seen his videos.
And now he's armed with a telescope, so it's going to be fun to see what he can do. And he's also a photographer, so he actually knows what it's doing.
This is the longest 3 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
1 minute left.
JCA asks where Dandy is.
Dandy took off. I think he's headed back home. He went to the transmission lines. He brought his magnets, his I forgot what it's called, whatever the mount is, the magnetic mount for the GPS receiver. He brought it to my room.
Hmm.
You might be wondering that. 10 seconds. Okay, stop.
And then 3 minutes to process.
Yeah, I guess. Right? Is that how it works? It takes just as much time to process as it does?
It does on the Canon at least. I should check my menus.
Alright, this is going to be my last picture during the live stream, and then I'm shutting it down.
High ISO noise reduction, that takes the same time. But you didn't have a high ISO. You had 50.
Somebody suggested I get a flat Earth tattoo. I don't know what makes him think I would ever do that.
I actually have one, but it's a turtle, and I have that flat Earth carried by a turtle. I have a turtle on my left arm, but not that one.
Yeah, I could. There's a lot of guys saying I should block off the scope to reduce the aperture, but I don't see how that would help me in any kind of way. I mean, I'm already super slow. So
Yeah. Block it off. Well, nah.
it's not. The problem is not. The problem is the glass. I mean, there's still going to be a glare there. Even if I slowed it down, the glare is still going to be there. The problem is the glass.
I also saw one comment yesterday. Is Windows below second or third floor only you can open, not over?
Say it again.
Someone in the comments yesterday asked the Windows if you only can open Windows on the second or third floor and below, not above.
I don't think you can open any of these windows. It's like a big skyscraper.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie, I understand letting less light in, but why? That's not really going to help, I don't think. How would that help me? It's just going to make me have to keep the bulb open longer, and then I'm going to end up with the same problem. I have glare again. Still processing. Ooh, yeah, this is taking a while. All right, this is my last one. After this, I'm done.
There's a comment there from Michael Jordan about the firmament. I always I've multiple times seen that they need a firmament to get a rainbow. I just went out to my garage here a few weeks ago with a light and a hose, and I made a indoor rainbow. Not that hard.
It's surprising, huh?
Hmm.
There you go. Okay.
I'm gonna still wait a few seconds.
Oh yeah. I keep forgetting I'm not sharing my screen in the Hangout. That's really not that much different than the last one.
There it is. You have more cars, but yeah. Let's just say it's denser.
I was about to say all it's doing is just making that that beam of light just
It's density.
super thick.
Yeah, that's density.
What is that? A laser beam? That's awesome. All right,
Now
boys and girls. I said I was going like an hour ago, and now I'm really going.
It's 1 a.m. here, so yeah.
What is Sir Savage saying? Wait, what? Heat shield. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's a fun shot, man. That's a really cool shot right there. You can obviously see the curvature of the Earth in it. And we do know from last year's measurements that the surface, the lower deck surface of the causeway, is in fact all about the same height. So what you are indeed seeing there is the curvature of the Earth. And it's been fun, guys. It's been a fun 2 days. I'm tired and hungry, and my wife's asking me what I want to eat for dinner. So I'm going. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it.
Someday.
Yeah.
Hey, can I just say on the behalf of the comment section from yesterday, thank you and you guys so much for what you're doing. This is just awesome. So thank you so much.
Well, thanks for watching. That's all I have to say back to that. You're welcome, I guess. I'm doing it because it's fun, and I know that you guys will enjoy it as well. And I really appreciate you guys showing up and keeping the chat section entertaining, even whenever I'm like locked in on the work I'm doing and not being entertaining myself. So thank you for coming, everyone. And
get the guys a beer.
Yeah, I'm going to go get a beer. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. So thanks everyone for coming, and I will, of course, it's going to take some time because I'm going to work obviously on Monday, and tomorrow I'm hanging out with my wife, but it's going to take some time. But I will, of course, be trying to process a lot of this footage and stuff. I'm sure it's going to take me a couple weekends to really look through it all, and I'm sure I'll be doing that as well with you guys. So thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys later. I'm signing off. Soundly out.